Another feature offered by next-generation JavaScript is the ability to write modular code so that the JavaScript code can be split into several files. Of course, we can already split our code into several files, we just need to import them in the right order into our HTML files. The idea behind the export and import statements and the so-called modules is that in one JavaScript file we can import the content of another file so that the JavaScript files themselves know their dependencies. It's supposed to look like this. We have a file person.js, and here we have this constant person that is stored as a JavaScript object. And this is where it gets interesting. We export this keyword with default. This is a special keyword indicating that this is the default export for this file. We can then import it somewhere else, and the import instruction will appear in a second. We can also have a number of files in which we export several elements. Here a constant named clean, which contains a function at the end, and base data, which contains a number in a third file. We might need to import from person.js and utility.js because app.js requires import instructions. And here are some different import syntaxes you will see in this course. Person.js, as you can see, uses the default keyword. The default keyword simply means that if we import something from this file, it will always be our default export. So in this case, person is therefore constant in the import of person.js. We can name person whatever we want. That's why I printed it twice here. Person almost doesn't matter. It always refers to the thing you marked as default with the default keyword. For utility.js, it's a little different. We are importing here from two different constants, and therefore the import syntax uses braces to explicitly target specific elements of that file. These are called named exports. Because we are importing the content by name. We import the cleanup constant by name and base data by name because we didn't mark anything as a default value. So for JavaScript to know exactly what we are specifying, we need to give it the exact name, and the name goes between braces. By the way, you can also write this as an import statement with base data, clean, or the other way around. So this is all about imports and exports. You write all of this in your JavaScript files and you will use it a lot throughout this course. Now, as with all of these next generation JavaScript features, it's not going to work the same way in all browsers. Even the most modern browsers do not support all the features we will use in this project. Therefore, in the next course module, I will also show you how to quickly set up a project that finally compiles all the next generation JavaScript features into current generation JavaScript features, so that our developers can use the next generation JavaScript without us. So let's go back to imports and exports. This is the syntax that we use, and you'll see that it gets used a lot in this course. You can also see some variation because we can also write this differently when we have a default export. You have already seen that person is a name that you can choose yourself. It doesn't matter here if you don't use person or the other. If you have a named export, you must use the exact name defined in the file with the export keyword. You can also assign an alias, which you can again freely choose, in the file you import with the keyword as. Or, if you have several named exports in one file, you can import everything with this special character, then assign an alias, and then assign a package. In this case, it will be a JavaScript object that exposes all the constants and everything you can export to the other file as the owner, so that you simply group base data in order to access the export of things. It's up to you, and you'll see me using these things throughout the course. The most common use is the first one, return import braces something braces.